Hi and welcome to JavaFX Vehicle Management System. So let me show you guys how this works. This is a purchase made by Peter Canada. So, and those are the details of the car he intends to buy. He's buying Bugatti and he's not trading in any car. So if I click on reset, that's what we get. Okay. Supposing we want to make another transaction, we can always click on reset if we want, and there we go, and enter the second transaction. Let's say is for IO. Let's say, okay, that's for IO, and IO's address is number 15 at the street. Now code JH, telephone number of IO, and email address. Let's say io@shola.co.uk, and enter the details of what IO wants. Supposing IO intend to go for Lamborghini and intend to trade one of his cars, all we need to do is subtract this from this, and that is it. Okay, display our reset. There we go. Alright, supposing another customer, a new customer, and the details here changes to, let's say, spray small, address change, and let's say is Kings Road, and postcode change as well, telephone number. Okay, and this changes as well. It's a grace at Gmail. There. So all we need to do is enter all of the details, and that's it. We can then print out the receipt as well. So what I will do now is take you guys straight into JavaFX development environment, and I'll show you how to put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome to Java NextBeans Vehicle Sales Trading Management System. This is at a request of someone who would like me to develop a program using JavaFX. So I'm going to be using JavaFX Swing application. Let me show you this guy's email first before we get into this tutorial. Okay, that's the email I received from this guy who will actually like me to please make one in JavaFX. That is it right there. I've actually blocked out his image, his pictures, his names, everything. So let's go back into Java now. Okay, back in Java, I've selected the JavaFX in Swing application. I'm going to click on next. Then you see this Vero class. I'll uncheck that. Click on finish. Or let's give it a name before clicking on finish. I'm just going to call it JavaFX underscore vehicle. Right, that's the name of my application. Let's click on finish. There, and let's look for this very application right there. That would be J for Java. There we go, right here. Okay, we drop that down, drop this down. And right in here, let's right click. See where it says source package, right click on it. Let's go to new, and we'll select the JFrame form. I'm going to give it a name, just call the package vehicle. There, and click on finish, and there we go. Now that this one is ready, right click on it. Let's go to set frame layout. I'm going to set it as absolute layout right here. There, and right in the properties, select the property. Now go straight to the code right here. and in there generate center, check that. I'm going to change the design size to 1400 by 800. Now in the property, let's come into the preferred size right here. I'm going to change it to 1000 plus as well, 1400 by 800 there. Now the next thing I'd like to do is, let's come right in here and I'm going to grab, now let's come into the palette here. Okay, you see this there one, select the plane, paste the plane right there, and inside the plane let's go straight to the property there. Then make sure the border is selected. In the border I'm going to select title border right there, and in here I'm going to change that to customers details, and where we have border, I need a border around it, so let's come in here and change that very border right there. Let's make it 3, and the color I'm going to make it a little bit dark gray, maybe this. Click on OK, click on OK again. The font size, we might as well just change that to something bold, make it, or maybe 18, let's see, and click on OK. There, I'll drag this. Yeah, that's my customers, whatever. Okay, I might as well copy that and just change the content around, because I'm going to need one more. There's going to be one here for the cars, so that all the colors go straight into the property of it as well. Drop this down and change the title to cars on sale, yeah, and mileage. Yeah, right there. Click on OK. There we go. Now I need one here, and right there, that's another one here. That's going to be for the receipt, so let's just enter receipt in there. Yeah, right there. So let's speed this up, speed up the design of the interface. That is how it looks for now. So one more thing we need to do is, now let's add some component to this interface. Right here, let's add TextArea in here. And just bring it down. That's one. And here I'm going to enter label. Let's copy that. We're going to need more labels. Another label here, and we need 2 more. Oh, first thing, look at this. Let's right click on all of this plane and change it to absolute. Repeat the same thing here. Set layer as absolute, and here absolute as well, and here as well. Change it, right click and select set absolute layer, and in here let's change it all to absolute layer. That will make life easy. This one is already absolute layer, so let's copy this. With the absolute layer, that helps in enhancing the look of the interface. Okay, that's fine. So let's select here, copy, paste. We're gonna need that somewhere here. Okay, alright, that is for the customer details here. Alright, so let's get some text field in here. Copy that, paste. So I will now speed up the design of this whole interface and get back to you guys. Okay, this is how my interface looks now. I have 4 labels here. All of these are text area. Okay, and here that's a text field. Let's see. Yeah, that is a text field really. Let me show it to you. No, that's a text area. And the other ones, those are all text field. We now have 2 labels here. 2 combo box. These are all text. Okay, let's run it and you see how the whole interface looks like. That's how it looks for now, but nothing is happening. Nothing. Okay, nothing is happening. So the first thing I would like to do is let's do something with these ones. Okay, I will use form activates. So you right click on your form, the form itself, because I have other component here, that's why I'm right clicking here. And let's go to window activate. Right, these do have a name. Let's check the name first. That is the name, jComboBox. So let's go back to events, window activate, right in there. So I'm going to change that to jComboBox dot. Now I think this is lowercase. Alright, let's try again. Dot. Very good. Add items right there. Okay, the item I'd like to add is going to be Lamborghini. Right, I presume the spelling is right, so let's just copy that. I'm gonna go for maybe about 4 cars. Right, I think right up here, let's add another one. Right up here, I'm going to change this one to select a car. Select a car. There. And here, my next car, maybe we'll go for Bugatti. And here, maybe we'll go for Rolls Royce there. Let's try that again. Get rid of that. Okay, Rolls Royce. And here, what shall we go for here? Maybe a Porsche or something. So that is how it looks now. So which means if I run this program, let's see, if we run it now, we should be able to see all of these items. Drop this down. There they are. Okay. Alright, that is fine, but as you can see, we still have this. Let's go into the design view here. Select this and come straight into the design view. Sorry. There we go. And just get rid of all of this content in there. There we go. Now, we need more room here. And this one is just going to be for the mileage. Let's come in here and check it out. Okay, we call that trade. I'm going to copy that and come right in here where it says modal. Just get rid of the content in there. I'm back to my window activate right there. So let's paste that in there. So it's going to be dot add item as well. And in the case of that, I just want to add mileage. So the whole idea of that is if you intend to trade in a car, the cost of trading in the car, it's got to do with the mileage. So the first mileage is going to be from select a mileage. So let's say the first mileage is going to be maybe 100 to 5,000, and this. The next is going to be 5,000 and 1, 2. Let's go for 20,000. Let's go for 20,000 and 1, 2, 40,000. Because these are super cars that we sell in here, so we can still resell it. And one more. This is going to be 40,000 plus to 100,000. Right, those are the mileage. Anything below these, the price will just go down the drain. So if we compile and run, let's see how that looks like as well. Let's run it now. So on our form load, this is what we get there, but it's not showing properly. So if we select that, we expect the price to show in there. So maybe I should reduce this or reduce this. One of those. Let's come in here. Just modify the interface a little bit. Okay guys, this is how it all looks right now. Okay, that is fine. So what I want is, if I select Bugatti, I expect it to display the price here, and the same thing if I select a mileage, and on the other hand I don't have to select a mileage. Okay, but first thing first, let's enter a value in here. To start with, the value has to be 0. So in here, let's come into the property and right in there, just enter 0 value for both. Let's get it centered. Align, centered. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now the next thing is, if I double click on this, try that again, double click on that, and in here let's use an if statement. So what we want is, if as if it is selected, this dot get selected equals, then we now need this. Let's enter curly braces there. I need a name of this. I think the price of, oh, that's Lamborghini. The price of Lamborghini dot set text. I think it's approximately $1.5 million. So that should give us about, let's say, maybe 100 pounds sterling approximately. I'm just making my up. So I'm gonna copy this. So the next car, let's go back in there. Let's go back in here. We need the next car. That's going to be, where is it? The next car in this case is the Bugatti. Enter that in here. Yeah. And what is the next one? Rolls Royce. Copy that and come back in here. Change that to Rolls Royce. If you like, the choice is yours. You can always go for the price. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just playing around with it. The price, and the price are not accurate. Okay, this one, I don't know. I'm gonna make up my price in there. You can always buy from me. Mine's a little bit cheaper, and this one, Rolls Royce. For the brand new one, maybe 800 plus. And Bugatti, have no clue. Let's go for 900 plus. Right, those are the price for my cars. So if I run it, compile and run. So there, let's select any of these cars. Okay, that is Lamborghini, Rolls Royce. Let's go for Porsche. There. Close that. Run it again. Alright. That is fine. So we have the price. Supposing we want to select any of these as well. So let's come back in here and just repeat exactly the same thing. I'm going to copy this. What we need is the name of this. Let's see, what's the name? Okay, it's called trade. Okay, let's copy this. Come back in here, double click on this. Right in here, using an if statement. If this dot gets whatever selected, okay, in this case that's supposed to be 1 to 5,000, 100 to 5,000. And we enter in here coil braces. Yes, JLBL trade dot. That's wrong name. We need to get the name right. Oh, it has no name. That's JLBL trade. Okay, now we have a name for it. JLBL trade dot set text. Okay, how much discount for that? Let's say about 25,000. That is the discount. Now we have 4 more. Okay, the next one, let's look at the value of that. 5,000 close to 20,000. The drop in sales and followed by 20,000 plus. Because you're trading in these cars, the value actually drops. So, and here, this one right here. So depend on you. Anything below that, the value will actually drop drastically. So let's compile and try it out. Okay, so if you go for maybe Lamborghini, that's the price of a Lamborghini, and you intend to trade in your own Lamborghini with 40,000 or 40,000 miles. Okay, the price you get for that would be £10,000. Alright, okay guys, so now the next object that I'll take care of is, let's take care of this reset button. I'm going to close that, and right here double click on or right click and select event action and come right here where we have the reset. But first thing, we need to create an object here. So let's say private JFrame. Okay, I'm just gonna call the name frame, yeah, semicolon. So I need to now, let's import, yeah, that is fine. So I've imported that here. Okay, so the next thing is underneath here, let's go for frame equals new frame. That's an object, and that object is frame. And what I want it to do is to exit, really, right? And let's use an if statement. If j option plain dot, let's say show, that'll be, let's choose this, show confirm dialog, and this dialog, in this case, that's my frame itself. And in here, let's enter my message, confirm if you want to exit. Yeah, and the name of my tutorial, let's say vehicle trading system. Just leave it like that. Comma, yeah, let's put a comma there and press enter. Then I'm just gonna copy this, let's say yes or no, copy that, paste that in there, dot, yes no option, let's select yes no option. In this case, my option is going to be equals yes no option as well, equals that dot yes no option, right, enter, semicolon there. Okay, and in that case, if, sorry, let's say curly braces there. So in that case, if is yes, so system dot exit, right? Okay, now let's try this. First thing first, let's compile everything and let's see how it works. Click that and click on that, no, yes, that is fine. Okay, that's working as we want. Rolls Royce, exit, yes. All right, the next thing now is let's have a look at this reset button. So that is what is left for us to take care of. So when we enter data in here, we should be able to reset it. And this one, I think this one should have their own standard price, really. Okay, let's exit, and in here we enter standard price. Let's enter standard price here first. First thing, we align everything to right. Let's come in here, horizontal alignment, make that right. And each of these, let's enter a value in there. So the stereo system for, let's go for maybe about 350. And in here, modify. Okay, modify, maybe if we want to modify anything in there, leather interior, we can go for about that. Customize, let's change that to maybe, if you want to customize anything there. Okay, GPS, for the global positioning indicator. Okay, that is that. I think the other thing is maybe I should just enter all of these in pounds. Okay, let's come in here. Let's maybe reduce this, and in there we just right click and change that to in pounds. Right there. Right, so I'm going to repeat the same thing for the rest. Okay, that is how it all looks now, but let me change this to, let's change it to the British spelling, customized. Right. Okay, so the next thing now, like I said earlier on, let's take care of the reset button. So right click and let's select action perform, and right in here then we do have jText. Will that be name? No, let's get the correct name. Okay, that's correct. All right, so set text, let's set it equals no. There, so that is the first one. I think we also have jText email. Right. Then we have jText telephone. No, let's check out the name of that. Yeah, it's lowercase. What else do we have? We have postcode, address. What is this one called? Address, and this one is called postcode. Okay, copy that postcode. Back in here, jText. I think we also have JLEL trade, and set that to 0 as well. Right, and these two as well. Let's change these to get selected item. Repeat the same thing for the next object. There. Okay, let's try out this program and see how it works. Click and run. Okay, and there we enter some value in there. Let's enter some characters in here as well, and select any of our cars, and this as well. I think we may have to redesign this combo box. Let's try out the resets. There we go. That is fine, but this combo box, I'm beginning to have multiple selections here. I'm going to have to redesign the combo box. Let's go straight into the design view and take care of that. Exit. Yes. Back into the combo box design view, and let's go to Java property mode right there. So we change that around, and I will enter as follows. So let's change that to as follows. So now I have the details of those cars, and I'm going to repeat exactly the same thing to this one. And right there, guys, that is how it looks now. Okay, so as for the form activates, let me come in here and just comment this out. So that makes life a bit more easier. The next thing I would like to do is this. I'm going to change all of this to 0. So the value will be 0. Change that to 0 as well on this. Alright, that's fine. Okay, the next thing is I will now select this, and let's come down here using an if statement. If jCheckBox system, this very one, I'm going to copy it, paste it right in there, dot, it's selected, equals true. Now I'm going to enter curly bracket there. Then my text box, which is jTextArea dot set text equals, I'm going to set the text value, let's set that to 350. Okay, now let's go for jTextArea dot set enable equals true. There. Else, just gonna copy these. I'll just come in and say else if is false, I want this to be 0 and I want this to be false. Okay, in the first place, let's change this as well. Let's move it up. Right there. Change this to 0. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the same thing for the rest of the checkbox. So if you look at this, let's double click on this right there. That is for the modify, and the same thing for the letter. That's for the letter. Now the next one here, that is for customize. And finally we have the global one for the GPS, global positioning indicator. Now the other thing I need to do is I'm going to copy all of this and disable all of this when the form starts running. So let's come to action window activate right here, right underneath here, disable, and repeat the same thing for stereo. Disable equals true. Disable the stereo as well. Okay, what else? Let's move this up. Okay, the next one we have modify. Here 2 more. Letter. And then customize should be the next one. Right, I think it's this. Right here. There. So when I run the system now, let's compile first. And run. You see, all of those components are disabled. They only become enabled when I click on this. Okay. So when I unclick, click and unclick. That's what happened, and the same thing happens to this. Okay, that is fine. Now the next thing is to take care of the total. Let's exit. Yeah. Okay, let's take care of this total right here. I'm going to right click and select action perform. The first thing I'll do is I'm going to declare the following array. I'm going to call that car cost equals new double, and for now let me just go for 12. Okay, car cost 0, and that will be, let's call it double dot has double whatever content we have inside jTextArea. So that would be for dot get test. So that would be for car cost 0. As the first array, I'm just going to copy it and paste. Okay, let's move that up, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The first 0 to 4, that would be for all of the car accessories. So this one is going to be modified. I think it's modified. That's correct. And followed by leather. Yeah, that's correct. The next one is called that's customized. Yeah, and I think I also have let's just see what we have in there. Yeah, GPS, and this one is called what? No, let's see what it's called. Okay, that's a GPS. So come in here and just change this to GPS right there. Okay, then these two here, that's going to be LBL, JLBL. I think this is car, and the next one here, that will be JLBL trade. Alright, now I have all of them in place. The next thing is, now that I have all of this content in here stored in an array, and these two included as well, okay, there's 5 here and these two making 7 in total. If you count it, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next one here is going to, let me use car cost 7. Car cost 7 equals, I will then add all of these together. That plus, okay, that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more. So that's 5, 6. So that is everything here added into here. Okay, now let's come in here and say car cost 8. That is going to be equals car cost 7 multiply by I'm just going to make up the tax rates now. For the tax rate, maybe I can go for 0.45, close that, divide by 100. That is my tax rate. Right, that is done. Now The next thing we want to do is let's convert everything to string. Okay, now before I'm able to add it into tags, subtotal and total, so let's say string tags equals string dot format, and that will be center pound sign percentage dot 2f, let's say comma, that is tags, right? So that's going to be cost 8 there, come out here, and that will go for the tag. So jTextField tags dot set, and when we're setting, that will be the tags. That's done. So I'm just going to copy this and change it for the others. Okay, the second one here, this is going to be 7. That's for subtotal. And let's give this a name. What shall I call this? I'm going to call it subtotal. Let's copy this, paste it in here. That's for the subtotal, and this is going to be for total. Get rid of that and change this to total. Okay, in the case of total, we're going to have to add up this with 7 there. So that is that's for subtotal, tax, subtotal, total. Yeah, that is fine. So guys, have a good look at these lines of codes. Okay, here I sum up everything that is in the array, as it summed up here, and here I look for the tax rates, and it's stored in here. Then the subtotal is everything here anyway, and for the total I added tax plus subtotal. So let's compile and run. Click on run. Okay, if I select this, that means we intend to buy stereo. Select that as well, and these are the two. And let's select a car, Lamborghini. Is there any mileage on it? Yes. So this is my part exchange car, and this is the one I intend to buy. So if I click on total right there, you see we add all of the content in here to this, and that is what we get. That is fine. All we just need to do now is enter customer's name, address, postcode, telephone number, and email address. There. So all that is left for us to do now is to be able to click on receipt, and I'll get all my information here. Let's see if my reset works. Yeah, that works, but this is not working, so I need this to be converted to 0. So let's go to form load. Actually, it's called form activate. I already have those lines of code in there. I don't need this anymore, so I can just delete it. I'll leave it there. I can use it for some other time. Form activate. Copy that, and I also want the content to become 0. So double click here, there, and every single data in it. Okay, add another one. Every single data in it, Yeah, change it to 0. So that's the reset for my checkbox. There's a mistake there. Copy. Yeah. Okay, that is taken care of. Okay, I also need to deselect the checkbox, so let's get the names of all the checkbox, and that is modify. Come in here, paste that, and copy this. So we have a couple more here. Alright, now come in here. This one is called, okay, copy, paste. 2 more to go. I think this one is called what? Customize. Let's customize here. And I think the last one is called GPS. Right, so if I run the program, let's compile first and then run it. Run the program, let's see. Okay, let's say we've selected all of these. We can always reset. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now let's take care of this last bit, the reset. Okay, as for the receipts, double click on that, come right in here. The first thing I'd like to do is let's declare some variables. So I'm going to call that name. In the case of name, that will be jTextName dot, let's get the text value in there right there. The second one will be the address. Alright, address equals jTextArea address dot get text. There. Oh, we need to enter parentheses there and here as well. Okay, now let's speed that up. Okay, those are my variables that I will use for my receipt. So come right down here for the receipt. Let's say jTextArea receipt dot append. There we go. Dot append, and what I wanted to append is as follows. Let's say \tab car dealer system, right there, and next line, next line twice. Let's come in here and just enter, no, not there, here, press enter, and that will be, let's say plus, this will be, let's say name, the customer's name. Give me 2 tabs in there and make that plus name plus the variable name, the name right on top. That's it there. So that's my first one. The second one that'll be for address. So let me speed that up. Okay guys, this is how the receipt looks like, the final part of the receipts. Okay, that's everything there. Okay, I think we are done now, so let's come up here and say, alright, let's run this program. Hopefully we can call it the end of this long program. Just waiting for it. Yeah, there we go. right here. So if I enter, let's say I enter customer's details in there. Now let's change the name to something, maybe Grace More House. Alright, address 7 Hall Road. Postcode, telephone number, and email grace@jazz.co.uk. Right, select the following component. What car is she going for? Rolls Royce, and it's going to be a brand new car. So click on that, and that is what Grace is paying. And if we come into the receipt, there we go, that is the receipt, guys. And maybe we need to just tab this one in. That is tax and total. We need one more tab in there. Okay, you see how it looks. So let's come in here, name, tax and total. Okay, let's come into here and get that shaping up. Name, tax and total. So let's compile and run it again. Alright, there we go again. So our next customer, let's say her name is Shola Pauls, and address is, let's say Stone. Let's give it a number 12 Stone Road. Telephone number, email, okay, and we select all of those. What car does she want? Bugatti, and maybe a brand new one, why not? Or maybe select something there. There we go, guys. Print out receipt, and that is it. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. So you all have a nice day now. So I'm going to call it bye for now. So thanks for watching.